Most High, for this opportunity. Give me the healing messages and accurate messages for your daughter at this time, please. Hi, Sister Emma. This is Sister Jude here, also known as Naim Shakam, and I'm pretty much getting ready to start your reading for you. Today is April 18th. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. I've already said my prayers and set the intentions of this reading, which are that obviously that the Most High just give me any messages for you that Spirit has. Period. Um, I just want to be a vessel for that. That's all. Um, what you're about to watch me do is literally pick out every card. Okay. Um, Most High, thank you so much. Please give us a message that is encouraging, that will most resonate with this sister. I want to pull one more, but yeah. Wow, that's beautiful. Most High, please give us one more encouraging message that will really speak to her at this time, and that will be very encouraging to her at this time. Hallelujah. Thank you so much, Father. I appreciate you for being here. Holy Spirit, my guides, only allow righteous information. Righteous and truthful and righteous are the same to me. So I ask that you only allow true information to come forth at this time for her highest good and for the highest good of anyone who is connected to her. Thank you. If I don't get another one, I was just literally about to say if I don't get another one, I was going to stop shuffling for it. Oh, wow. Huh. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So let's put these down where they belong because they are. Okay. I'm going to say this just because I was led to look at the bottom of the deck. This said, and we know that this is not Jesus, but that's not the point. The words are all that matter. It says, all things. Let me see if I can put it close enough for you to be able to see it. And I'll hold it there for a while so you can read it. It says, all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing you shall receive. So I felt like that must have been something that you also needed to possibly hear. Who knows? Only the Most High knows. Ooh, where else? Okay. Let me hurry up and get my little booklet out for this because Crystal Oracle deck book. Well, I really don't want your reading to be super long, Sister Emma. Um, Even though that sometimes happens with me because I'm long-winded. I really want to try to make this kind of short. So I'll pull maybe a couple more. I'll pull one more card, and then every other card I'll pull after I pause the video because I really just need to hop back into it. I don't want this to be long and drawn out for you. I think I might be led to this one. This one. Maybe that one. Oh, that'll be long and drawn out, Jude. Don't do it. We'll do this one. That's what we'll end with. We'll end with those. Let's put this back. I really wanted to do this one, but no, I feel like I can still do that one. That one's kind of short. So moving forward, Most High, we thank you so much for this day. I ask that right now you will give us, right? I didn't get to fully finish my intention, but you know, Most High, you know what needs to be done, and I trust that that is exactly what will occur here. Okay, give us some energies about what's going on with Sister Megema, please. Give us that. Okay, so you did that. You did that. You you did that. I'm just, for some reason, I don't know. I'm going to leave this to the side, but I feel like I want to pull again for you. But that might be a bad choice. Okay. I just feel like that was a bad choice. So I'm going to just go ahead and leave it alone. Ooh. This fell on top of that one, so I'm going to leave that the way that it did. This can come back over here. Okay, now we're going to get a card to clarify this one. Most High, please clarify this Page of Wands energy for me. Please give a little bit more insight about this Page of Wands energy. Why is the Page of Wands energy here? Okay. And to me, the last and final card that we need to drop, the final deck that we need to draw from. Oh Lord, this deck be so tough for me to shuffle. Most High, at this time, what divine feminine principle can Sister Sister McWhite most resonate with or benefit from utilizing at this time? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. I don't know why I still just did all of that, but I'm going to pause and I'll come back. Sister Emma. Shalom, Sister Emma. Peace and abundance unto you. Okay. I'm so glad to be able to do this reading for you, and I want to hop right in because this is the second the second half of the video that I'm doing for you. I had to prepare for Passover, so that's what kind of took me some time, but everything's all good. Moving on. I pray that, of course, the Most High's will basically is done, and that I'm just a vessel for information, confirmation, insight, and guidance, basically. Okay. So I've already pulled some cards. I did my best to keep the cards to a minimum so that this could go faster. So I've already mentioned that in the other half, and I'm gonna have to edit these videos together. So I'm gonna just hop right in. The first card that I pulled for you. I don't know, was it the first card that I pulled or was it the second? I can't remember anymore if it was the first or second card. I think it was the second card. So we'll move on. The first card that I pulled for you came from the Crystal Oracle deck. And it says Moonstone. This is not doing it justice, but I have a moonstone right here. I have a pretty kind of like pink one. Okay, sorry. The lighting is terrible. Let's see if we can do something against the back here. Probably not. Moving on. Mine is kind of a pretty-ish pink looking color, but let's see what Moonstone has to deal with. Moonstone deals with fertility. It deals with reflection, intuition, imagination, goddess energy, and amplified feelings. So here's the message. During the appearance of the next full moon, which is actually happening right now, that's actually going on right this second, the full moon. It says your emotions and fears will be amplified, and you will at times think that you are going crazy. However, keep your calm, because this condition will only last a few days. During this time, you will find yourself reflecting on your life, both past and present. You will gain deep insights as to the nature of true happiness and begin to reassess your priorities. After the full moon, a fertile period in your life begins, full of many exciting challenges and changes. Many new and rewarding friendships will be formed as you embark on new and creative ventures. This is all the result of the reflective light of the moon, so give thanks to the Most High for her wisdom. Embrace the blessings that are coming your way. So for me, with this being in the position that it is, it this is the energy that you're feeling inside, and I think it's fitting that it's the moonstone. Um, you're dealing with your emotions, you're dealing with your intuition, your instinct, your thoughts, dreams, feelings. Um, you could be in a lot of deep thoughts about a lot of stuff, about pretty much everything, but especially about life, love, family. Those are the words that came to my mind. I do think that you're already in the midst of changes. You're already realizing that also there are still some changes that you're going to have to make. And it may seem uncomfortable, but I do believe that they're for your highest good. I don't know if this may be important to you, but the Aquarius card is here. And with the number 11. So I don't know if that could be something in your sign, or it could have been somebody that you may have been dealing with. But this was just the bookmark. But sometimes when I feel led to look at it, sometimes it has some connections to the reading itself. But anyways, so I'll just put this off to the side. And that's the understanding for the moonstone card. There's a lot of introspection going on. You're dealing with your feelings. You could be having all sorts of feelings. Everything could be seeming like it's hitting you at once. You could be feeling extremely emotional. Your emotions can kind of be up and down, surrounding some patterns, cycles in your life that could be being brought to your attention that are needing to be changed. And you can feel that intuitively. Moving on, the next card that I pulled for you. Oh, just so you know, the question that I always ask the Most High when doing a reading for someone else is basically I asked about the energies that are surrounding you guys. And I always ask for the messages that the Most High has for you, that Spirit has for you to get, that are most important for you at this time, that'll resonate most with you at this time, and that basically will be for your highest good and the highest good of those who are attached to you. So, from the encouraging words of Jesus deck that I have, um, this is the first card that flew out of the deck. And I kind of smiled a little bit because I got this personally for myself. And the message that I heard loud and clear about this card, it says, first of all, you are the light of the world. Light worker. That's the understanding that I get with this card, light worker. And for some reason, when I was pulling the tarot cards, this card flew out and it flew over onto this card here. So I felt like it did. I felt like that's what Spirit wanted to happen with it. And it's the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups can easily be, it can be read as a negative card or a positive card. In this case, for some reason, I really feel like this is positive energy for you. And I feel as though you're at a place where you are going to be content with being by yourself. I feel that you have this desire to fill your own cups. This could indicate as well that you could be very guarded, closed off from other people as well. With the cups is always emotional. It's always love of some sort, be it family, or friends or romantic partners. And usually somebody would say that if someone was operating in this energy in a relationship, that they were pretty much being selfish, or they could have been focused too much on themselves. But like I said, with it coming out and flying on the You Are the Light of the World Cup, I really feel like you're in this place of being content with being by yourself. So I don't see it as a negative thing. That's what I heard most. That's what I felt most for that card with you and with this understanding. So moving forward, because I wasn't sure about that first card, this you are the light of the world, because I was like, I just got this. I don't know if this is my energy. So I felt the need to pull another card. Even though I understood what this meant, I felt like I said, this means you're a light worker. Moving on, the next card that came out of the deck for you was this one. And it says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." I feel like this is the kingdom deals with the things that, to me, we consider success. So let's say, for example, you may consider success for you, sis, as having peace of mind, as being surrounded by the people that sincerely love you and whom you sincerely love, having your needs met, being comfortable in this life. You don't, I feel like you may not have to have much. Maybe some good food, something good to drink, and you're good. And you're good. And I just feel like this card is saying it's the Most High's delight to allow you to be able to experience your idea of the kingdom on earth. Love abounding, the way that you give love to people and how they reciprocate it back, all those things. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at. These that's kind of where you're at. You're at a place where all you want to do is surround yourself with serenity and peace, and you just want to walk with the Most High, and you want to talk with the Most High. You don't need much. You might, like I said, I feel like this energy of being content by yourself. You may not have to have a whole lot of people around you. You may not have to have a whole lot of people around you. But as long as you know you got the Most High and that your spirit and the Most High's is connected, and you're sipping from that water that comes of the Most High's word and that comes from the knowledge of the Most High, you good. You good. I feel like that's where you are. That's where you are. That's where you are. I don't know why I just heard the month of September. This is the second time I've heard that, but it could just be because I see a 9 here with the 9 of Cups. But September somehow could be a really good month for you. Keep me posted. Let me know. All right, the next card that I pulled is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And it reads, Keepers of the Earth. It's such a beautiful card. Oh, such a beautiful. It says, "You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you." I'm going to go ahead and read the understanding from the booklet, and then I'll say, or, put it in layman terms, or I'll say what I feel led to say of the spirit. So it says, "You are so supported." So hands down, I have to say that there could be a time like where you can feel like you're by yourself, like you can feel like you're alone on this journey, like you're alone experiencing the different ranges of emotions that you've been feeling. It can easily make you feel like nobody else understands what you're going through and that you're totally by yourself in this situation. You could have been what you feel is abandoned. You could have walked away from somebody as well. You could have walked away from somebody as well of your own accord. Could have been a hard decision, but you probably needed to do that. It was for the best. But I think maybe even prior to that, the decision to leave was you could have been kind of fearful about it, more so because it was the unknown, more so because it was the unknown. And you couldn't see so clear like how things were going to be met. I heard how needs were going to be met, how things for you and your family were going to get done. But you are not alone. The ancestors not only stand beside you, they support you. So anyway, you are supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, who are here to help you in every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance because they are here to help. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. So, like I said with the first thing, this first card, Moonstone, introspection. You could have been trying to do a lot of healing work on yourself. You could have been trying to go deep within yourself and figure out some things that you need to change. Like I said, cycles and patterns that you had to break, that you've been dealing with for a very long time. And you've been doing that. That requires a lot of work. It requires a great deal of work. And a lot of people don't want to do that. And you, for whatever reason, were led to do it, and you've been doing it consistently. And I feel like Spirit is saying they see what you've been doing, they see the effort you've been putting in. It's not going unnoticed. It's not going unnoticed. And you're going to be rewarded, but it may not always come through as clearly as we'd like. It may not always appear in the ways that we think we want to see it, but it will come through. And it comes through a lot with the support that you get that could seem it comes out of nowhere, or it comes from a loving brother or a loving sister, or just somebody who the Most High led to give you something or to speak something into you. Okay. It says, they bow at your feet and they thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the earth in your unique way. But it is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. And this can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers. Didn't I just now say that? Cool. Or people just flocking to help you and your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to actually receive support. So with that being said, it could be hard for you. You could be a person who don't like to open up and ask for assistance when you need to. And pride came to my mind, but I don't feel like it's pride like in the negative sense. I just feel like maybe you've had to, hold on. I got to put my thing down. Sorry, sissy. Give me a minute, please. I just feel like basically you may like it's not it's okay. Pride can be negative, of course, because it can keep us from doing something that we need to do for our good and maybe even for the good of others who are attached to us. But I feel like this is more so you didn't want to be a burden on people. And so there are a lot of times that you actually didn't speak up and ask for what you needed help with. You didn't really say things to people. You didn't even let them know sometimes that you were actually struggling. And therefore you weren't open to receive the help that you really needed. Spirit is saying you got to cut that out, that it is the Most High's good pleasure. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Father. You better bring this together. That it is the Most High's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. That's how the kingdom works. The kingdom works where people pick up the slack, people help each other out. People are usually led by the Spirit to go and minister to a person. Ministry can come in the form of words, it can come in the form of financial abundance, it can come in the form of somebody standing beside a cause that you might be responsible for. It can come in the form of defense of you somehow, defending you, or even just standing with you. This is the kingdom. And it's already the Most High's pleasure because you are a light worker. Moving forward, I'm gonna try to tie this message together, okay? I don't even have to try that hard. When spirit is working, that's usually what happens. But moving on, please do not hesitate to let me know if this does not resonate at all with you, okay? I just have to put that out there because I know sometimes people may be concerned that it might hurt a reader's feelings. It won't hurt my feelings. Like what'll hurt my feelings more is that somebody said something resonated with them, but it didn't. I want to If I have to tap back in, clear energy more, and come back, let me know. Okay? But for some reason, I really feel like this could really be, you know, the word for you. Moving on. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing, and you do not need to go at this alone. So call upon the helpers of the earth to help you in your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more that you ever thought possible. There's a scripture I want to say in Ephesians that makes me think of, and it's that the Father can do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ever ask or think. I feel like you might need to meditate on that. Not like you don't know it, but just meditate on it to keep that ever before you. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right away. So it's like, think about what it is that you really need assistance with. Put that out there into the universe. Speak it. And not only speaking it, but say that you have it. Say that you're going to receive it. And I want you to repeat this in your heart. You don't have to say it out loud, but say, I am open to receiving a whole new level of support for my life and the work, and I call it in now. And if there's something that's on your spirit, that's been heavy on your spirit, that you know, that you feel that you're called to do in this time, then you can call that thing specifically out. Okay. That was kind of just like a general thing that you can say. And you believe that. You believe it. Eight of Wands. So pretty. So beautiful. The Eight of Wands usually deals with some type of positive news, positive information coming your way. This reading could be positive information. Who knows? And you could be having more messages coming through about your circumstances. Like I said, hopefully this reading will be really confirmation for you. And that's it. Okay? So that was it from the Work Your Light Oracle deck and for the Illumin Oh, that wasn't the Illumin card. My bad. That was just a placeholder. So the next card that I pulled for you from the General Tarot card was the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands usually deals with new creative pursuits. Okay. Um, New creative pursuits. It could also deal to me with a new job. It could deal with new work or just a new project, something that you're passionate about though, or you at least are very inspired by this. It makes you want to get busy. It makes you want to jump right in and get to work with it. There's something that you're passionate about. It may be new for you, or it may be something that you've probably always wanted to do, but you've never really done it before. So you can seem like a newbie. You can seem like a beginner with it, okay? But I feel like there may be some opposition, or you may need to be strategic. I'll explain that later. Let me get the Page of Wands energy from my notes. Give me a moment. Mm. Here we go. The Page of Wands is one who is probably newly inspired, new inspiration or information, life or work, or it could deal with you could get new information or become newly inspired about life and or work. This could also represent a young man or a lover. Okay. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna say everything. Like there could be somebody that's interested in you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You'll have to confirm me. You'll have to confirm or deny. But there could be somebody who's younger than you who is interested in you. And if that's definitely not the case, then like I said before, I really, really think that you're about to be experiencing some just a whole new mindset about life itself and even about your work or your purpose or whatever, life's work. Some new inspiration is coming. However, when I clarified this card to figure out what this energy was, what this Page of Wands energy could be about, I got the Five of Spades according to the Illumin Tarot deck. And the Five of Spades tends to deal with possible disappointment or a difficult opponent. So I just kind of feel like there could be some opposition. You know, there could be somebody that's going to put or attempt to, you know, oppose your new life, oppose this new start and this new beginning in life and work for you. And somebody may be scheming, or they could be very strategic or plotty. Like that's the only thing I can think of, plotty. when you think of the card game of spades, sometimes, first of all, it's not sometimes, it's all the time. If you want to win, you have to be strategic in the game of spades. I don't know very much about it, but I used to watch my mom and them play all the time. So sometimes you might have to be sneaky. You know what I'm saying? You can't let other people know what's happening. So maybe with this new endeavor also, instead of there just being opposition from outside forces, maybe it's going to be on you to keep things under wraps, to keep from speaking so readily and freely about the new things that you're about to be doing in your life. Not because, you know, of anything totally horrible, but it's about strategy. It's about being wise. It's about keeping your hand to yourself. Maybe in the past you used to get excited. I don't know. Please let me know. But maybe in the past you used to get excited about things, and maybe you would share with someone who you trusted. And maybe people would just shoot your ideas down. People that loved you, who wanted what was best for you, but they may have thought that the idea could have been too out there or too lofty. I know sometimes we get excited, you know. The Page of Wands energy carries a lot of Aries energy, fire and earth as well. So I feel like this is somebody who wants to take action. So you could really be very interested in taking action on a new thing that you're inspired about. I would just say be careful about who you share it with right now. Keep it under wraps until you're out of this Page of Wands energy, until it's not necessarily new anymore, that you become a little more sure about it. You become more sure of even yourself and how you're going to use it, or how well you begin to know it and work in it. In fact, for sure, also another understanding of this is that there could be somebody who is opposition to you and starting a new life and starting a new um business endeavor. And like I said, if it's not business, it's just going to be something that you're passionate about. This to me is saying be careful, pay attention. You could experience some opposition that could lead to disappointment, or you could just be disappointed with something. So it could be a warning right there too. Just be careful. This new thing might not work out the way that you think it should, but it's really okay at the end of the day. It's really okay at the end of the day. I don't know why that's rhyming, but whatever. It's really okay at the end of the day. It's all in the matter of our perspectives. If this don't work out, that's okay. The Most High is good at giving us ideas. The Most High is good at, helping us. Also, this is the number 5, so that indicates change anyway too. So I feel like changes are coming for you, period. I think they're positive changes, though. I think you're going to take some positive action into something that either you are newly interested in, or like I said, you've been interested in it, but this will be maybe your first time actually really you taking action and putting in work. And you may fail, you may fail, but it don't mean not to get back up and try it again. It just could be because you're inexperienced or you don't really know what you're doing. Whatever that could apply to you, or however that could apply to you, I think you should still take the action. I think it's something that makes you excited. It makes you want to get up and do it. Just be careful. Try to be strategic and watch out for opposers. Moving forward, I asked the Most High, what divine feminine energy were you working in or could you embody at this time for the highest good of yourself and those who are attached to you? And this is the card that came out. It is Edwina, the High Priestess. And it says, I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. Let's get the understanding for this. So it says that when your soul selects her card, it says, She is the limitless love and the inexhaustible power that moves through us when we merge with the soul. We each have a personal myth. We each have a personal deity who inspires and compels us to bring heaven right here on earth by moving us with fierce conviction that we are divinely led. Edwina encourages us to integrate our light and our dark, to bring our unconscious aspects of self into consciousness. See, and that kind of makes sense to me, especially seeing as how at the beginning of this reading, I was talking about a lot of deep introspection, a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, imagination that was going on at this time for you. So there could be some things that you could consider to be the dark side of you, right? You could see them as negative or bad. The beautiful thing is, or your shadow self, right? I'm learning more that our shadow self is useful. It just needs to be in obedience to the light. But it doesn't mean that you throw your shadow side away. Shadow energy could be the energy that could be considered bad. Like it's basically something that you don't really want people to know right away about you. For example, if you're really a quiet person, you could have a mouth on you that could chop up somebody. You could have be very cold with your words. You can be very cutting, right? And technically, if you want to be considered as a loving, kind, nice person, you may not always utilize that. But it may come out if you're triggered. It may come out if somebody pisses you off or upsets you or if a situation does those things to you. And you may see them as negative and other people may see them as negative. But the truth is that if it is working in accordance to what is true and what is right, then technically it's not bad. You may have needed that to come out at a certain time to make things, to make some changes, basically to make changes for you happen or to make changes for other people happen. Anyway, it says the high priestess is often described as the guardian of the unconscious. She is that aspect in all of us that holds the veil of awareness that separates us from our inner depths. Edwina is about merging the awareness of our soul and all the love and power it gives with us, with our individual personality or ego. Edwina wants you to live and breathe your soul. She wants you to become so intimate with it that there is no longer any separation. And there are no more excuses or apologies for how powerful you really are. You are the high priestess. You are this eternal, she whispers. Your holy heart is legendary. So the soul meditation says, what allows me to experience the reality of my soul? I feel like in layman terms, this talks about whatever it is that moves you to feel like I know that the Most High is still with me. I know that the Most High walks with me. I know that the Most High has me on this path, on this journey. Whatever it is, whatever subject matter, whatever causes you to think that and to know that and to feel that way, focus is the word that I hear right now. So I'm saying that to say that I feel like spirit wants you to focus on whatever it is that causes you to know for sure, not just feel. Though feelings are good because they help us, really feel like we know something. Whatever feeling that leads you to know that you are divinely on the right path that you're supposed to be on, the Most High wants you to focus on that. And to trust yourself with that, to trust that you are being divinely, truly led to the information that you're getting, to the people that you're even getting. Excuse me, sis. Give me 1 minute. To the information you're getting. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. But not only even the information that you're getting, but also like I love the fact that it's talking about to know and recognize that you are powerful. Like for some reason, some of us keep our power back because it seems like that's what we're taught to do. We're taught to make ourselves feel small and to be like, oh no, only the Most High or only Christ was this and that and powerful and yada yada yada. We are too, just like Christ. We are his siblings, especially if we operate in the light, especially if we're seeking for the truth of the Most High in every way. We are his brother and sister. Not this image as you know, but you know. So with that being said, Christ said that not only will we do the things that he did, but we'll do more, even greater things. If that's what our brother said, and we know that he had a whole lot of power, then that means that you're just as powerful, if not more powerful. Trust that about yourself. Don't shy away from that. Don't dim that light to make other people feel comfortable. Even hell, sometimes to make you feel comfortable. Don't do it. I'm saying this, but I need this message myself, girl. Anywho, I picked two other cards for you, and these will be the end. I do feel like one pretty much clarified the other. So the first card that I originally pulled for you, um, this is the message. It's a full moon in Aries, and it says up now. Now this is not true. Like I don't think the full moon is in Aries. If I'm not mistaken, the moon is in Libra right now. So, but I still feel like the energy of this card may resonate with something that is going on with you. So we'll see. Let me get my moon app real quick. Make sure. Yeah, the full moon is in Libra right now. But this message still may apply to you. So here we go. Without further ado, it says it's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me, 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 me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. But as you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have. And if you know deep down that you've been a little rash or a little harsh, or that you've gone too fast, or maybe even that you've overstepped the mark, then accept that about yourself on some level, that you created the situation yourself. This also means that you can create your way out of the situation too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. So basically, nutshell, real quick, something is getting ready to come to a head. And it could blow up. Okay. And it don't have to be a negative blow up, but it's gonna blow up. But for some reason, I still felt like this was a negative blow up for you. Or it may seem like that's what it looks like for you. Like it could seem like it's unfavorable. It could seem like it's actually going to destroy you or destroy a situation that's really close to you. But the truth is, it's going to destroy, yes, but it'll be destroying things that need to be destroyed. Aries is a fire sign, and fire deals with destruction and purification. So something may look like, oh, this is tearing apart, it's being burnt up, that's bad, it's horrible. But the truth is, it could also be purifying, making room for what needs to still be here, making way for something else. Okay. So moving on. I heard Let It Burn. For some reason, I just heard the song real quick in my head, Let It Burn. Moving on. It says, be nice, be kind, smile and be polite as you navigate where you want to be. Also, other meanings of this card could say being assertive is good, just don't be too rough on people. Like you might need to speak your mind about something, but what they're saying is don't speak your mind in a way that is so harsh that you just trample over people and their feelings. It also says if you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. And last but not, oh no, it says don't be a baby. That may or may not resonate with you. It also says you need to have more fun. So here's more information. It says the full moon, excuse me, in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you've been too competitive or too blunt. So I just really feel like it's saying be very careful. And the next card that flew out of the deck for you from the same Moonology deck is this one, which I thought probably needed to be said. And it says, bring love into the situation. And this is the new moon in Aquarius. And remember, you see how I got this Aquarius card here. I mentioned earlier in this reading that for whatever reason, I felt like this was important. Like I said, either you could be Aquarius or you could have Aquarius somewhere in your chart, or this could be somebody in that you're dealing with who's in your energy could have Aquarius somewhere really important. Okay? There could be a lot of fire sign and water, fire and air, my bad. Fire and air signs, and even the water with the moonstone card here. Moving on, bring love into the situation. And I basically felt like that itself was the message, but I will read what it says in the book. But I really feel like to help temper people's tempers, you might have to keep in mind to be loving in the best way that you know how. You might need to allow love to lead you even in the climax of this situation, whatever it may entail for you. Whatever getting ready to come to a head, whatever could have been aggressive, could have even been a little violent, could have been warlike, could have been competitive. Whatever that is, Spirit is saying for you to bring love into that situation. If you weren't before, now is as good a time as any. Now is as good a time as any. So let me go look for the new moon in Aquarius so that we can get that understanding, and then that will be the ending of this reading, I believe. I think I might pull the cards about who may be in this reading, the signs that could be in this reading, and then I will probably go ahead and be finished. Here we go. So it says Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. So this is the time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change that you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. So, one of the meanings that I feel like stands out most for me with this one says you need to be more detached from this situation. So, emotions, you might need to detach your emotions at this time from the situation in order for you to actually, exemplify love, even though it may blow up. It also, here's another one, thinking outside the box will bring the solution. And that's it. Like, I basically feel like love is what's going to help you make it through whatever this blow up might be. And that's if the blow up hasn't already happened, because this energy could have already happened. All of this energy could have already happened. You know? But if it hasn't, Spirit is saying allow love to be your guide through this fiery energy. Detach yourself with love from the possible outcome that may not end the way that you think it should. Without further ado, let's go ahead and pull some of these. We already got Aquarius out here. I'm going to ask the Most High for what other signs this reading may resonate most with for you. Most High, please help me. Please allow us for only the signs that are connected to Sister Emma's situation at this time. Please come out. Let all the signs. Okay. I think I'm only going to pull one more. I think I heard only pull one more. All right, I'll be done. So we've got Aquarius, Libra, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Taurus. Could be energies and signs that are somewhere either in your chart, the other person's, or people's could be involved in your energies chart. These are the signs that it may most resonate with. So without further ado, sis, I hope and pray that something was said was helpful for you with whatever situation you're going through at this time. And I pray that the Most High was. I feel like I want to say I pray that the Most High's message came through for you, whatever that could be. I hope some things were confirmed, but if not, please let me know. Don't hesitate. Without further ado, I'm going to say peace and blessings to you. Shalom, sis.